It is a bittersweet day here at NBC4. Our dear friend and longtime Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Julie Carey is about to begin a new chapter.
That's right. Eun Yang looks back on Julie's career and her favorite stories to tell.
If you've spent time watching News 4 over the last 34 years, you probably know where to find Julie Carey.
In Richmond, Virginia, in Fairfax, in Alexandria. I'm Julie Carey in Fredericksburg.
That's right, firmly in Virginia. Talking to politicians, covering crime, or telling us about a heartfelt story only Julie could find. But here's a little secret you may not know. Julie's favorite story to cover isn't actually in Virginia. It's here at Nats Park.
In Nats Park, I'm Julie Carey.
Julie and her family have been avid fans from day one. And opening day after opening day after opening day, Julie is right there helping to kick off the season.
I'm Julie Carey.
When baseball season ends and there's a chill in the air, Julie assumes her second favorite post on top of a snow pile. She's always the first reporter to volunteer for snow coverage, even when it's just a hint in Doug's forecast. And when the snow comes, expect a snowman or two to join her live reporting. Julie's love of snow probably came from her native Iowa. She and her 3 siblings were raised there by active parents who loved the outdoors. They also followed politics religiously, which definitely rubbed off on Julie.
Whether Abigail Spanberger heads to Norfolk on Saturday.
That's probably why she married a political journalist. And when her husband Mike's job brought him to Washington in 1992, Julie joined us, just as the News 4 reporter covering Virginia announced his retirement. And that leads us back to the Commonwealth, which Julie has covered for NBC4 ever since. But Julie didn't really cover it for NBC. She covered it for the people who live there.
This is where the vigil will be held tomorrow. This is the
Julie's commitment to them meant she'd often spend her off days listening to hearings, setting up interviews, and meeting with sources. It's also why she was often dispatched to cover some of the most consequential stories of our time. Virginia's first black governor, and then its first female governor, the integration of women into VMI, and the first Latino to win a statewide election. There were also the tough stories, like the Virginia Tech shooting and the Charlottesville white supremacist rally. The high-profile trials, so many trials, Lorena Bobbitt, George Hughley, Lee Boyd Malvo, Governor Bob McDonnell, and the political sagas such as Bill Clinton's impeachment and the many debates and conventions over the years. We've spent decades marveling at Julie's work ethic, all while she raised 2 kids, Lee and Kate, and remained active in their many school activities, in the family's church, and in her tight-knit Alexandria neighborhood. As she sails into retirement, Julie will have more time for all of that, though we suspect she'll still log in to follow the General Assembly live streams and governor's debates. And after 34 years of covering and caring for her community, we wouldn't expect anything less.
Just overwhelming, just overwhelming. A few words that I want to add to all those just heartwarming, tear-inducing words. My husband and I moved to DMV from the Midwest. As you heard back, it was April 1st, though, 1992, with our then 21-month-old son in tow. We were committed to stay in about 3 years. Well, 34 years later, it looks like the April Fool's joke was on us. Northern Virginia became home, and so did News 4. I was drawn to broadcast journalism because of the teamwork it requires, and I've been so incredibly fortunate to work with the very best team imaginable. When I'm out working on stories, folks often ask me, is everyone at News 4 as nice as they seem? And my answer is always an emphatic yes. I also tell them how much I deeply admire and respect every single one of my colleagues. It is truly a work family here, and I'm going to forever be grateful for that. They supported me through all the life changes that come with the middle third of life, the birth of my second child, the loss of family members, and 2 hip replacement surgeries. Yep, I'm bionic now. But I also had the very best beat covering Northern Virginia. The region became my focus early on at News 4, and to show how important Nova is, we officially launched the Northern Virginia Bureau in 2012. It has been amazing to witness and cover the dynamic changes. And the other bonus, as a political junkie, there is no better place to cover politics than the Commonwealth, since it has an election every single year. I have covered some big history-making stories in my time at News 4, but what comes to mind when people ask about my favorites they tend to be the ones about ordinary people in extraordinary circumstances doing exceptional things. And we have a lot of those people in the DMV. Thank you for trusting me to tell your inspirational stories. I've also spent a lot of time covering courts, as you heard, so there's a special place in my heart for crime victims and their families. It's been both heartbreaking and uplifting to see their courage as I've told their stories from tragedy to finding some measure of justice at trial. And I also want to thank the dozens of sources, you know who you are, who supplied me with countless scoops, tips, and story ideas. And I want to thank my family for understanding and supporting my passion for this work, especially my fellow journalist husband, Mike Tackett, who even puts up with me sometimes listening to the police scanner as we drink our morning coffee. It's true. Yeah. And finally, just my immense thanks to my News 4 family for friendship and unwavering support. And one last thing. I'm not calling this retirement. I'm stepping into my encore career now. There are a lot of things in the community that I look forward to doing, so I will see you around.
This is not the last sign-off. You've got a lot of stories in the works, I know.
I got a few things in the pipeline, so I'm not going to poof disappear today.
What a bond you have formed with all of us, but more importantly, all of our viewers around Virginia. Can I just say, a lot of people don't know that you and I started on the exact same day here at WRC NBC4 34 years ago. I think we shadowed Pat Collins or someone out on a story. I don't remember.
Only the best.
But something that everybody knows, and you just saw it on the tape, Julie Carey doesn't change. I don't know how you do it, but it's like you just started last week.
I keep saying, look closer. Look closer.
No.
I will say, since that beginning, your body of work, your stories that you churn out every day, the people that you have shared with us, who you've interviewed, is unmatched anywhere in this market. You set the bar. You are, and I said this in an email to you a few weeks ago, you are universally loved in not only Northern Virginia, all of Virginia. They know you in Richmond, they know you in Charlottesville, every corner of it. We could not be more happy for you, Mike, and your amazing family, and excited for you, too. We're also a little bit jealous, maybe a lot jealous. You've got it all out there, Julie, and we could not say how blessed we are here to be a part of your work family, and we're truly honored to call you friend and colleague.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you.
Guys, this has been overwhelming today, and I'm going to miss everybody. I've been saying I'm kind of in mourning now because I love this place, I love this job, but it's time for other things now.
We saw so many tributes and some walks down memory lane, some people that you've worked with for years. Did you have what came to mind as you look back at some of those messages that we played earlier?
Oh my gosh, my heart is just overflowing today with that. And, you know, they give me credit for some of what they've learned and what they do.
Yeah.
But I feel like they've inspired me just as much. I mean, seeing the work everybody at this place does, it just pushes me to do my very best job. And so I really mean it when I tell people out in the field all the time how great this crew is. It's just such a sincerely held thought.
Well, it's quite a legacy that they have gotten to learn from you and all that you've given and your generosity to all of them. So
Two-way street.
It's the kindness, the generosity. It's hearing about the pumpkin muffins, the pumpkin pie, the picking up Erica to bring her to work. Even though we've only been colleagues here at News 4 for 5 years, I've been in this market for 25 years. Watched you from afar a while ago, in awe of you as an incredible person, and you just reminded me, our paths crossed many, many years ago. You were in Indianapolis, my hometown, and I know I saw you on TV then.
Only we were watching NBC back then.
But I just, you know, I'm grateful that I have this opportunity to not only to watch you work your incredible magic, but to also hear some of the wisdom and some of the things that you have shared with me, and your kindness has just been wonderful. So thank you so much.
It has been incredibly fulfilling, but that is because of the team that I work with.
And I have to say, Julie, in your retirement, you're going to get to spend so much more time with your family.
Exactly.
And you have been so welcoming to us here as moms. I keep saying this, but just giving us advice. Oh, it's amazing. It's wonderful. Thank you.
All right, we said we won't say that word. Julie doesn't like us to use that word.
now you've got a big celebration day. Walk across the street too, where everybody's going to be toasting you.
Yes.
Come over, everybody.
Thank you, Julie.
So your words were so beautiful. Thanks so much, Julie.
Thanks, everybody. Again, hearts overflowing today.